well, looks like it would make a pretty cool instrumental. I'll have to think about that. It's the 1st of April. It's baseball season, starting in a couple of days here. So I decided I better break out a shirt that I hardly ever wear, the Giants shirt. And what is going on in the world? We had some pretty cool things. I want to thank Craig for putting up something for me to look at. Much better. I don't know what the heck I'm doing there, but anyhow, hopefully people got a little bit of use for the suggestions that I had, which one of the biggest things in fingerpicking is get used to putting your fingers down in the order you need them. If you need this scary G major 7 chord, practice putting it down backwards from maybe your comfort zone, or just in the order you need your fingers. Maybe you need the D first, then the G, then the B, then the F sharp, and then maybe it moves up to an A major 7, who knows. Anyway, one finger at a time in finger picking songs. Not so much in strumming songs. This one, really got to have it all together. So, a few things I want to talk about. I'll tell you about some of the new stuff. As obviously, I kind of got back on let me find a pick that I like here. Continued the digging into Greg Lake stuff, and as I mentioned in the update to the lesson, he does a lot of things differently than I thought. There was one of them. What happens next? And this. Although I still like that D9 sound with D in the bass that I thought happened there when I first figured this out 40 years ago. Anyway, and I did add tab since one of our longtime esteemed members, Big Bear, said, "Hey, please give me the tab." So hope that happens. And so that did happen. What I was hoping happens is I hope he's going to be able to join us. I can't. I think I mentioned that somewhere else too, but who knows? Let's see what else has been going on. So, Vanessa, thanks for very cool lesson on the heart of the matter. I know everybody got a kick out of that one. And let's see, what else did we have? Fred working on the Lobo tune. I hope Scott's post was really helpful here, because I think two things that maybe happened this week that really simplified things for a lot of people. One was just that little post of things I put about from Jason's, or the list of modes I put in there from Jason's post as far as what mode it is. There are 7 possible modes for any given key signature, and if the key signature that he found was, what was it, D, it was 2 sharps. It was revolving around A, revolving around the 5th step of the scale. That's a Mixolydian scale. Half step between 3 and 4, and a half step between 6 and 7, giving us an F sharp to G natural, F sharp to G natural in there. Anyway, so that was one of the, and then Scott's comment on the cage thing, when Fred figured out it was in B flat, and I said, well, how else could we play in B flat? And one of the ways is playing a real B flat chord at the 1st fret. This, of course, in the fly on the wall lesson from this week. And it has to, the caged idea here is Scott, I think, hit the nail on the head. You start at the first one of those letters below the key you're looking for. We're looking for B flat. The first thing of C-A-G-E-D that is there is A. So A, we capo to the 1st. Then the next one's going to be G, a couple frets higher. The next one's going to be E, 3 frets higher, because G and E are 3 frets apart. The next one's going to be D, 2 frets higher, and the last one's going to be C, 2 frets higher. So put that capo at the 10th fret, play in the key of C, and you are in B flat. Okay. Let's see. Oh, another thing going on the forum that happens sometimes, and it happened to me a couple times, and I figured out why. The double post thing. Now, there could be other reasons this happens, but the time it happened to me, I noticed that what I had done was I'd hit submit, and then nothing really changes on the screen. Like, that doesn't take you out of that spot. And so if you now hit the back button on your keyboard or up there, it will take you back, it'll post it again. So it's best to just escape that route after you've submitted it, go somewhere else, like go up to recent discussions, which is what I usually do. Anyway, it's no big deal. Whenever I see a second one up there, I have the keys to be able to remove it. So I remove a lot of weird posts. So you might notice we get spammed every once in a while, and it's always a little fun to delete the spam ones, but then go into the users and like ban their IP address. Anyway, okay, little pleasures in oddball things. The other big thing, I think that's all the little stuff I wanted to talk about. Oh no, there's one other cool thing. I hope everybody did take a look at that Frank Zappa 1963 on the Steve Allen Show, because that really was entertaining, and I had never seen it before, so appreciate being steered in that direction. Very cool. And the other thing I've been doing lately is listening to way too much early King Crimson and pre-King Crimson stuff. Some almost Canterbury stuff from Giles and Fripp and MacDonald and Giles. And I'd forgotten, I didn't mention this anywhere else, but in the lesson that went up today, I talked to the wind. The whole first album was really driven by Ian MacDonald, founding member, and he left after the first album. And Robert Fripp pretty much tried to make the same album without Ian, and it came out a little less, well, I don't know. There were some great songs on it. Oh, I don't think I know this. There's one really pretty song on In the Wake of Poseidon. Some of you probably know what that is. But the early days of these guys, they were more a kind of, almost like the early Pink Floyd stuff. Kind of finding, there was some goofy songs, and even the very first Giles and Fripp album had a picture of Robert Fripp smiling on the cover, which I don't think anybody's seen him smile ever since. And that was like 1968. Anyway, but it was really fun listening to some early versions of stuff, like particularly I Talk to the Wind, and it was really great to see Greg Lake play you know, this pretty simplified version, you know, that makes it really approachable. So I hope everybody's enjoying taking the I shouldn't have played it here earlier. I guess I kind of gave it away since I kind of led into that lesson as a ear training thing, like try to find this bass note. Oh wait, that already happened. Okay, I think that is about it. Got a few other oddball irons in the fire for next week. Maybe this, who knows? That was kind of fun. Well, okay, I think that is it for today. Hopefully, hopefully it's like spring, well, at least for those of us in the northern hemisphere. I know our friends down under probably, things are getting a little colder there, but it's really nice out here now. So, that is it for today. Happy April Fool's Day.